right, let's dive into this. Mass media. I mean, think about it. It's how we start our day, how we unwind at night. News, music, that show everyone's talking about, connecting with friends. It's like it's everywhere. But, when you actually stop and think about it.
It's pretty mind-blowing how deeply it's woven into, well, everything.
Right. And you guys have sent in some really thought-provoking sources about this, about how mass media and society are kind of tangled up together. You're ready for a serious deep dive.
Definitely. It's a fascinating and honestly a pretty complex relationship.
For sure. So before we get into your sources, let's just, get on the same page. When we say mass media, we're talking about, well, everything.
Yeah.
TV, newspapers, the internet, social media, even good old-fashioned radio.
Yeah, exactly. It's about communication on a massive scale, reaching a huge audience.
And shaping how we see the world, right?
Absolutely.
So one of the things that really jumped out from your sources is this idea that media and society aren't just influencing each other, but they actually depend on each other. They're, what's the word?
Mutually constitutive. It's a mouthful, I know.
It is. But what does it even mean? Like, what does that look like in our everyday lives?
Well, it means they're intertwined, almost like two sides of the same coin.
Okay, I'm following.
So, on one hand, you have society shaping the media. Think about it, media wouldn't exist without an audience.
Makes sense.
So the content we see, it reflects our interests, our values, even our anxieties.
Oh, totally. Like reality TV. I mean, some people love it, some people hate it, but it's popular for a reason. It taps into something in our society.
Exactly. It's that fascination with drama, the desire for escapism, whatever it might be. That's society shaping media.
But then on the flip side, media shapes society too, right?
Absolutely. Think about how the early days of television, it transformed family life.
Wow, yeah. Dinner around the TV set.
And now social media is changing the way we interact, the way we build relationships.
That's like this constant push and pull.
Exactly. Sort of a conversation almost.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
But what are they actually talking about?
That's where the functions of mass media come in. One of the big ones, of course, is information. How we stay informed about current events, everything from local news to what's happening around the world.
I mean, it's how we make sense of the world, right? But things are changing so fast. 247 news cycles, social media. It's almost like, what even IS news anymore?
Right. You've got citizen journalism. Everyone's got a platform. It's powerful, but it also makes it harder to figure out what's real and what's not.
Totally. So it's not just about getting information. It's about being critical about the information we get.
Exactly. Thinking about who's sharing it, what their agenda might be.
And media isn't just about news either. It's how we learn, right?
Oh, absolutely. Education is a huge function of mass media. Think documentaries, those educational TV shows we all grew up with, online learning platforms. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
It's crazy to think about how much we learn from, well, just watching stuff. I mean, I still remember being a kid and just being completely blown away by those nature documentaries.
Right. And it's not just about facts and figures. Media can motivate us too. Think about social media campaigns that are raising awareness about climate change or social justice issues. They inspire action.
It's like media can give these issues a bigger platform, bring people together.
Exactly. It can be a catalyst for change.
But that power, the power to motivate, it can also be used for, well, persuasion, like advertising. Political campaign.
Oh, absolutely. That's where, like we were saying before, being a critical consumer of media is so important. Understanding the techniques that are used to try and influence our opinions, our behaviors.
So we can make up our own WN minds.
Right. But let's be real. A huge function of mass media is just plain entertainment, right? It's how we relax, how we escape, how we connect with stories and characters.
I mean, who doesn't love a good movie marathon?
And entertainment isn't just mindless fun either. It plays a huge role in shaping culture. The music we listen to, the movies we watch, the video games we play, it all reflects and influences our tastes, our values, even how we see ourselves.
Yeah, I think about music. It's always been a huge part of my life. It connects me to, well, everything. My emotions, different cultures, even just my memories. And speaking of culture, media plays a role in promoting it too, right?
Well, for sure. It can showcase different traditions, art forms, ways of life. It helps us appreciate diversity.
It's like opening a window to the world, showing us things we might never have seen otherwise.
Exactly. And then there's the function of integration. Media connects people, even across geographic boundaries. It creates a sense of shared identity, a sense of community, which is especially important in today's world.
I mean, think about social media. It lets us connect with people from all over the world, share experiences, perspectives.
And that can be incredibly powerful, breaking down barriers, building bridges.
So it's clear, the relationship between mass media and society it's complicated. It's constantly changing. It's a conversation, but it's a conversation with a lot of different voices.
Yeah, and we're all part of it. So knowing how influential media can be, how are you going to approach it? Will you question what you see, seek out different perspective, maybe even use your own voice to add to the conversation?
It's a lot to think about. But one thing's for sure, media isn't going anywhere. It's up to us to be informed, engaged, and critical about the information that's shaping our world.